Have you heard of Lectric bikes?
You know, I sure have. And if you haven't, be sure to stay tuned as we go behind the brand and find out how the magic is made.
Hey, you guys need a ride? Yeah, hop on. What service? Faster this bike. You guys are. Enjoy. So the first thing you see when you walk into the Lectric HQ is the showroom. Here in the showroom, you see every different bike they have, and you get to talk to one of their wonderful staff members. Hey, how's it going?
Good, good, good.
This is Alex, and Alex, what do you do here?
I manage the showroom up front here. So we do a little bit of everything. This is basically the customer's first touch where they can kind of learn about the extensive product line, test ride all of our bikes, purchase some accessories, or even learn how to use their thing.
That's awesome. And do you get a lot of customers here?
Tons, yeah. We average about, like, on a busy day, 50 test rides, usually around like 30 on a good day. So people coming in, trying out the bikes. So we have a selection here, what we call like open box. So some people want the instant gratification of walking away with a bike, which we provide here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And how long have you been working here at Lectric?
I'm coming up on my 3rd year in May.
Wow, 3 years. So
Yeah.
a lot of change in those 3 years.
Tons of change, yeah. The company started, it was very different when I first started, but I still like it to this day. It's grown exponentially. The culture is definitely what keeps me around.
Hello.
Hey, I'm Callie.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. I'm the digital marketing manager here at Lectric, and I see that you guys just took a look at the showroom, right?
We did.
Yeah, well, how about we take a deeper look at the inside of the office?
So you blew up one of your bikes.
Yeah, that's for training. We have one of each model.
Nice.
So now we're in what we call the bullpen, and it's where our CSRs and our tech team work. So if you ever give us a call or send us an email, these are the people that you're talking to. They all work right here in this space.
That's awesome. And I see you also have like a kitchen back there. What goes on over there?
Yeah, we actually get lunch catered twice a week, which is so nice. And whoever wants to cook a little treat, like a baked good or a little snack, has free reign to the kitchen. So it's really fun to have potlucks and stuff like that.
That's awesome. So you kind of just keep everyone in one space and they can eat together and talk together.
Exactly.
And
Pretty
enjoy
like
this
family
office.
oriented, yeah.
Sweet.
I think Levi and Robby are ready in the content studio, so let's head back there.
All right, let's do it. Wait a second, what's back here?
Oh, I don't even have the fob to get in there.
He used Christian's garage.
This place,
Yeah. Robby is a bit of a nerd.
Well, we can see that it's super busy down here, and we were able to finally reconnect with Levi and Robby, co-founders of Lectric. We wanted to sit down with them and share a little bit more about the story, the background, how you guys became and got to where we're at. So I'm gonna let you kind of guide us through really how we got here.
So like the reality is it's 7th grade. Rob and I meet playing Halo 3 online, and then that friendship starts. And then we go through life, we both go to college. I start this electric skateboard company, kind of successful, but then very not successful. And then, but Rob's looking at me being like, man, this dude kind of built a company that was working. You know, I would like to create one. And I was like, well, I want to create a new company because like, I really believe in this market. And then my old man comes in and he's like, I would love for you guys to do electric bikes. And then he's like, maybe you should focus your energy there. I had just played around with manufacturing and hub motor technology, and now I was gonna get someone a lot smarter than me to help me. And then we were like, all right, yeah, let's do it. So we create our first version of the bike. Semi-disaster also. You kind of notice there's a lot of disasters along the way, but you know, eventually we rise like a phoenix from the ashes in Phoenix, Arizona. We create the Lectric XP, and then boom, we got you know, a real company, and now we got, I don't know, like 150 employees I think we're getting close to, and almost 500,000 riders. It's nuts.
At what point in those stages, you know, there's the first batch, sorry dad.
Yeah.
Second batch, this might work. When did we start bringing more people into the team where it wasn't just kind of so tight-knit, almost could be happening in a single dorm room?
I remember when we were first starting out, you know, we started to get a lot of attention and customer emails and calls and everything, and at that time it was really mostly myself doing it, and then I had to call in Levi and Brent in order to help me because it was just getting to be way too much. And I remember Brent called me one time and was like, you know what, man, you know what'd be really awesome is if we could get back to everyone within 3 hours. And I was like, you know what, Brent, that would be awesome, but I have to sleep. You know, like I can't do it all myself. And so then that's when we really started asking ourselves, like, okay, we probably need to hire some folks. We probably need, and customer service was the first area, just to be able to get to all of the inquiries. And you know, so it's funny that our whole customer service process, philosophy really started out in those early days with Brent being like, we need to be the best in this area, because there at that time, and still to this day, there are a lot of kind of fly-by-night electric bike companies out there that will come online overnight, sell a bunch of bikes, and then completely disappear. So if you need parts, if you need support, whatever it is, you just can't get it. And that's one of our big things from day one, was like, we're gonna have the greatest customer service of any electric bike company.
So what is like kind of the general leading ethos of Lectric? Kind of the end of the day, every decision is being funneled through, this is who we are and what our goal is.
I think it started with this idea of we want to be able to change the way people move, right? And so how do you do that? You got to create a vision and mission statement. And the vision was, if you want to say you did that, you just got to have the greatest urban transportation solution ever. Not just in this moment, but it's got to be the best, and it's got to continue to evolve and develop. And if you're going to be doing that, it just so happens that your mission statement has to be the most adventurous and accessible electric bike there is, because there's a direct correlation with accessibility and how many people you're going to get riding. So if you want to check all three of those boxes, you got to make a sick e-bike.
All right, so when am I gonna take you down in Halo?
I got a couple meetings and then I'll smoke you.
All right, we'll see him this afternoon in the game room. What do we have behind us over here now?
Yeah, this is the creation station. So this is where our marketing team is and content team. We like getting all the shots here and working on new projects. So we need to be a little bit distanced from other departments in the company, just to keep things under wraps until we're ready.
So after talking with Levi and Robby, we've come to know that everyone here has known each other for a long time. Where do you fit in all this?
I actually went to kindergarten with Levi. We go way back to Lakeville, Minnesota. Grew up together, and it's kind of a family thing. About 4 years ago, I moved down to Phoenix from Minnesota to join the team, and it was all hands on deck at the time. It was just family style. We're all answering phones and emails and just making our customers as happy as they could be at the time, even with COVID delays and stuff like that. But we made it through, and now we've grown so much, and it's been a blast.
Yeah, it must be cool having that history with them. Like, you have all that history, you have all that knowledge of everyone's lives, and
yeah,
I feel like that helps bring in the other employees as well. They're like, oh, these guys all are comfortable together.
Exactly. It's totally like the coworkers becoming friends. Like, there's no really distinguishing between the two. I feel like I'm friends with everyone here.
Well, we're here in the bullpen at Lectric with Erica. She's gonna share with us a little bit about what happens here. So where are we at today with kind of how the flow of things in here?
We call our call center the bullpen. You'll notice we don't have cubicles or anything like that. It's very collaborative. And I would argue customer service is really the heartbeat of Lectric. Anyone can make a bike, right? Our product is awesome, but if you don't have good customer service that stands behind it, after you purchase your product, that's super important.
Expand a little bit into what the expertise is here. What kind of training do we go through to be there to answer those questions?
Yeah, I love that question. We do really extensive training. So training is about 2 to 3 weeks. We try to do pretty small classes. And we really just focus on how to have empathy, how to take care of the customer. At the end of the day, we're just people, right? And we're just trying to help get people back out on the road as fast as we can. So it's super important to be knowledgeable about all of our different product lines, whether it be accessories, the parts, the actual bikes themselves. And then, also just having the expertise of knowing who is your customer.
Yeah.
There's a big difference between someone who's a newly retired customer who's looking to purchase bikes for him and his wife to go RVing across the country versus someone who's in their 20s looking for a commuter bike.
Yeah.
So you really kind of have to know your audience. As customer service reps, we never try to push sales. We're kind of just here to help guide you and pick the bike that's right for you.
And now when people call in, or yourself calls in, and you're, hey, I'm looking for a solution for this for my bike, nothing's wrong. Do those questions bleed over into the other departments and see innovation happening.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, the customers are the heartbeat of the company,
Yeah.
so they will be the first to tell us, good and bad, when something, you know, maybe needs to be tweaked or something that would be a great addition to our bikes. I would say since my first day, people have been asking for a trike.
Yeah.
And I don't think without that push from the customers, it would have necessarily happened as quickly as it did.
And the trike's done very well.
Yeah, absolutely. People love it.
Yeah, so the customer was right.
Yeah, totally, totally. But anytime someone gives a suggestion, it never falls on deaf ears.
Cool.
It's something that we love to take to leadership and say, hey, this is what the people are asking for. And our customer service team is actually divided into 2 sections. So we have regular customer service, which I'm a supervisor for, and then we have our tech team.
Okay.
So that's a specialized team that's able to help with any troubleshooting questions, or maybe they do want a better explanation of how PWR works.
Yeah.
Those are the people who are going to be able to help you out with those questions.
What is your favorite part about working for Lectric?
Oh, the people.
The people.
100%.
Yeah.
Love my coworkers, love my team. It's such a different kind of experience when you've worked for other companies, other businesses, to go to work somewhere where people really love their jobs.
Yeah.
And it's really apparent, whether it be someone who's like a brand new CSR or someone in leadership.
Yeah.
You can see everybody loves to collaborate, loves to come together. It's just like a really fun place to work.
Yeah. All right, well, we have made our way back to the back, stepping away from the customer service support center and the bullpen to kind of hear from Luke a little bit more of how the tech side of things happens here and really what makes this space significant in that conversation up front.
So what's really neat about Lectric is that we have the ability to work on our own bikes at our home base. And you know, we get to see, you know, something that's always been a big cornerstone of Lectric is the feedback from the customers. And so what we can do is in real time see those issues or see those needs and be able to adjust those things. You know, if a customer's coming through town and they need some work done on their bike, they can walk in, they can schedule an appointment, and we can work on their bike right away. You know, as far as the technical team, you know, sometimes things happen. And so I think what's really important is being able to get to the root of whatever the issue is and get our customers back riding their bikes as soon as possible. Something that's a neat aspect of this department is if a customer, you know, is in Wisconsin and, you know, they have this thing in their living room, we can schedule an appointment with a technician who will do a one-on-one with you over a Google Meet. And we'll do the process together. So, you know, these technicians have these stands, they'll put the actual bike that they're gonna work on the customer with in the stand so we can do it step by step. Not everybody is mechanically inclined. Sometimes these things can be intimidating. And we really try to connect with the customer to show them that, you know, you can work on this yourself. And save time. And get you back riding sooner.
Now I know with the Expedition, that was a bike that we took to San Francisco and you really put a lot of miles and hit those steep hills. Is that, how important is that to Lectric to put each bike through that process internally?
It's very important. And so, you know, we don't trust the packaging. We want to go out and we want to see if we can do it. And you know, when the Expedition particularly came out, I was privy to that bike probably about a month before it came out. Before the bike even launched, I put 1,500 miles on it, just commuting back and forth to work, and it was fantastic, and it was great to say in 1,500 miles, I didn't even have a flat, you know, and I could have been just lucky with no flats, but being able to put that bike to real use and use it the way it's intended to be used, and also maybe get a little rough with it. You know, and
that's what we hope for.
You know, and get rough with it, and you know, definitely max it out and see where there may be some issues. So I'd say it's a huge priority of Lectric.
Cool.
For me, I believe in the product and surrounded by good people, and for me that's enough. You know.
Well, we're back over here with Robby taking a look at, well, this behind us and talking a little bit about what happens in the design and innovation that happens around here. But before we get too far into that, if you didn't know, this is your bike, or, you know, a bike, fully dissected here. There's a lot going on, and there's Lectric really stamped and put on a lot of things here. I know that from you sharing that in the beginning, not necessarily as many parts maybe are here were fully done in-house, and we've been able to grow into that. What's that process look like?
Putting the product through some rigors in those early days, leveraging the factory, that's really what it looked like. And then you know, fast forward a bit to today, we now have a team of engineers, product managers, project managers that I head up. And now we're able to do a lot more of the design, validation, all of that stuff in-house.
And obviously it shows here, being able to do a lot. That was a huge part of the expedition, is doing that from the ground up.
Yep.
And this might not have been the first benchmark model that you guys did that with, but as we've gone from the last few and into where we're at now with the one, pinion, belt drive, things are moving in a forward direction that are now bringing in more partners, and being able to maybe take the stress off yourself a little bit to spend more time working on designing your guys' motor.
Sure.
That is something that happens here, right?
You know, we have, as I mentioned in those early days, you know, it's a one-man show working with suppliers. And as the years have gone by, you know, many trips back and forth and building those relationships. Now we have direct relationships with all of these different suppliers building all of these different components, and we can come in with our scale and our volume and say, okay, here's the type of product we want to build. How can we leverage your expertise, your technology, your testing, all of those things, and build this product that we have the vision for, right? So it's really, it's us with our engineering background, our e-bike development background, which we've now been in business for 5 years. So we've made our fair share of mistakes, right? And that's how you learn and you build that expertise. You know, Ford wasn't Ford overnight, right? It took a while to be able to build up that knowledge and technical expertise and understanding to be able to develop awesome products.
Looking into the future bikes, future identity of Lectric, does that, obviously it shapes the direction where that's going, you know, and helps evolve.
We want to take that extra step so that, you know, there's no longer a question. So, you know, we're exploring, should we be doing more hydroform tubes, you know, more, what visual cues can we give the customer to say, okay, this is Lectric, this is Lectric design, Lectric specific. Even when somebody else tries to rip it off, right, we still understand where that came from. And, you know, now that we haven't been an industry leader for too long, we took that throne in the recent past, but, you know, I think that is something that, you know, we're going to continue to push with the design of the products, is like, okay, does this feel like the Lectric brand? Does this feel quality? Does this feel complete? And we're going to continue to push that from an engineering perspective, from an industrial design perspective.
So what does it look like at Lectric to do testing and certification to ensure safety of the bikes that are coming out? You know, the UL certifications, the ISO testing, these kinds of parameters to make sure these are safe for everyone, not just to ride, but to also have just in their home. You
know, we've been working for some years, and I think we've done a poor job of publicizing it, with a nationally recognized test laboratory that is SGS. So they have thousands and thousands of employees all over the world and thousands of test laboratories all around the world that do standardized testing, whether it's an international standards organization like ISO or EN, European standards, Consumer Product Safety Commission standards, or UL standards, which is, I think, what you're getting at a little bit there, which is, you know, the recent, relatively recent UL standards that have come out for e-bikes, UL 2849 for the complete e-bike, and then 2271 for the battery that is underneath that umbrella. November of 2022, every single bike that's come off the production line for Lectric has been certified to UL 2849, which is, yeah, the gold standard as far as e-bike electrical system safety. So yeah, we're super proud of that. We think it's an absolute must-have for any consumer out there, and yeah, we're proud of it. So,
well, sweet deal. Well, we're gonna go meet up with Matt, go for a little ride, and hear a little bit more about the product design and kind of what's in the works over there.
We are out here now with Matt, who works on the product team at Lectric. Matt, what do you do every day here at Lectric?
Every single day we develop new products. So my life is spent a lot dealing with the rest of the team, whether it be engineering or other product management team members. We're constantly testing and evaluating new things that we want to bring to the market for people to ride or enjoy. just from Lectric, let's say.
Yeah, and like, you just get to ride bikes all day long, or?
A lot of people think that's what it involves, is riding bikes all day long. I'd like to think so. It just all depends. I think a lot of the time we spend is talking about programming and how it is we want the customer to ride and interact with the bike. So whether that be cadence sensor, torque sensor, maybe in the future, stuff like that. Accessories. So yeah, there's a little bit of riding, but a lot more design work than anything.
So what do you have coming in the future for Lectric? Anything exciting that you can tell us about?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we got our torque sensor out there in the market. I think you'll start to see that more and more as we come out with new products for years to come. I think it's something that is starting to mature more in the marketplace than cadence sensors are. So we're happy with where the technology is headed in that regard. Accessories, of course, I think that's another big thing that you'll start to see us continue to bring to customers in their riding experience, are accessories that complement how it is they want to use the bike, and how it is that they interact with it each day when they go out to their garage or pull the bike down from the apartment. We really want to complement that person's lifestyle in every aspect, and so it's not just bikes, it's accessories and how you ride your bike.
Yeah, totally, and the more useful the bike is, the more people are going to want to ride it. I'm sure
100%.
That's how you see it. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So I see you got a lot of cool artwork and murals, but the biggest one that catches your eye when we walk in is this one. It's a great day to have a great day. What's that about?
Yeah, that one's my favorite. So it started out when Lectric was just a small company, that it was a bit that when times were tough, they were just saying, it's a great day to have a great day every single day, every time they came into the office in the morning. But now it's obviously become something much bigger than that. And actually, it ties into our brand voice and our mission and everything, just in our relentless optimism to just keep people moving and riding and get outside, and just inspire people to be the best kind of person that they can be, and create opportunities for people to get outside and move when they might not otherwise be able to. It's a great day to have a great day every day.
And even just from going around here and in the showroom, you see all the different types of people coming in to test ride the bikes. That must be cool to be able to have that, to have the experience on site.
Exactly. Whatever Lectric is doing, everything is touched in this building. Like, I don't know how to explain that, but all of our new bikes are produced here, all of our customer service is here, our content is produced here, and our customers are in the showroom every single day, riding and experiencing. We get to see them smiling on the test track every day. There's really nothing like it. I feel like in a world of a lot of remote work and people working from everywhere, as cool as that is, it's more rare now to find companies like us that everything is in one spot and we're all working together to create a better world.
Yeah,
so,
totally.
Yeah.
And we see that all happening under one roof.
Exactly. Yep.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Wow. That was a blast.
Yeah, that was fun. And thank you everyone for joining us on a Behind the Brands look on Lectric e-bikes here in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. We definitely had a good time with the team and a great time learning more about everything they do and what their ethos is. Absolutely. We're gonna go catch a dinner on a beautiful evening in Phoenix, Arizona. We will see you in the next one.
All right.